Alright everybody, what is going on? It's our first vault video of the War Within. This is Mythic Plus week, so this is going to be a bunch of Mythic vaults and stuff like that. I'm logging into the characters first that have the smallest vaults. So like on my monk, I only did, I think, normal raid and maybe a heroic boss. This looks like all normal raid. And then just some like M0s. So it looks like we got the ring. I believe this is off the last boss. I'm not entirely sure if this is like... I'm mostly going to be playing Brewmaster and Mistweaver. But I think it's definitely the best item out of all of the stuff that we can get. So I am tempted to grab it. So I think we will do that. I'm sure it's good. Other option is just grab tier. So I'm one step closer to 4-piece. But I do have 2 catalyst charges. So really all I need is just items. So I might as well just wait till I get them out of Mythic Plus. So we're just going to grab the ring. No idea if it's actually that great, but it's certainly a large upgrade, especially because I have a 558 ring. So this is the Brewmaster Mistweaver ult. Replace that ring right there. Next up would be the, I believe, my Paladin, which also like hardly did anything at all. I only did like a couple low M+ keys and some M0s, I think. Maybe normal raid. And then after that, we have like stacked vaults on a lot of our characters. I was able to get some weekly no lever 10s done on 3 different characters. So we'll have a mythic item at least in each of their vaults. And then my Druid got like some 8s and 9s done. So we'll have heroic track gear for my Druid in the vault. Alright, so now we're on Paladin. Looks like we just get 1 item out of it, which is a weapon, and we definitely take that, because my weapon right now is 564, so even if I end up replacing this week, it's still going to be worth it to just grab. So we'll take that. That'll be a big upgrade. This up to 593. The next will be our... we'll do the Priest last, because that's probably going to be my best vault. So we'll do the Druid next, because that just has heroic track gear in it, and then all the other characters will have a mythic track piece, and then heroic track pieces outside of that. Also, as a small update, I did fix my push-to-talk stuff. Now it's just a matter of fixing volume and whatnot, so you might hear my volume kind of change between the next couple of videos, or like while I'm streaming and stuff, so just keep that in mind as I'm kind of adjusting things and figuring out what I want to do. Alright, so from M+, we got a ring, Haste Verse. This is very good. We do already have really good rings though, but this is a hero track one, so definitely better. And then we have Haste Verse Bracers, also better than the ones I have. And then we have a Trinket, which I believe is not that great. So we're gonna take this ring just because it's the highest item level out of the Bracer and the ring, and it's also the biggest upgrade. Because right now I have a crit verse or a crit haste ring, which is definitely not bad, but I would prefer to have like Haste Verse or Haste Mastery on pretty much everything. If I'm mostly focusing on M+. So take that, and then we will equip it for this ring right here. Oh, you know what's... I just realized what we just did. We just took a ring that I already have. But it is hero track, so I'm not going to be upset about it, because this is adventurer track, so it's like really low eye level. 593 is the highest it'll ever go, where this ring will go up to like 626, I think. So this is certainly still a massive upgrade, so not upset about that at all. Alright, now we get into the Mythic Track vaults, so we'll go on the Shaman next. We have 1 Mythic Track piece, and then I believe some Heroic Track pieces mixed in with like the Mythic Plus dungeons that I did. There's not anything too specific. Most things will be an upgrade either way, so what we're really hoping for is just like weapons and trinkets, because those are definitely nice. But we're not gonna... I mean, no matter what we get, it's basically gonna be an upgrade unless it's like a ring with bad stats. It's like the only thing that can kind of screw us over. So let's see what we get. We get a Myth Track weapon. It is crit mastery, and I don't think you can change the weapons in the catalyst. So that's not super ideal. I don't really want that. Definitely usable, but I'd rather just craft one with more ideal stats on it. Then we got the Nautilus shell, which I believe isn't terrible, but it's also not amazing. And we got some hero track pants. I think off the top of my head, unfortunately, we're going to take the hero track pants because I can just turn those into tier. And that's just one step closer to 4-piece, and also just not having to worry about finding, you know, hero track pants anymore. The weapon's good, but because it's not the ideal stats, I'm going to want to replace it anyways. So I'm just going to craft a mythic weapon this week instead. So we'll take the pants, equip those, and then we'll turn that into tier later. And then now all I need is either chest, shoulders, or looks like helm, and then I can turn those into tier as well. Alright, not super ideal on the Shaman, but again, an upgrade nonetheless. Next up we got the Evoker, which I believe has 1 mythic track piece, and then a few, again, just like the Shaman, a few heroic track pieces. Yeah, that's the only thing in the mythic track section that can kind of ruin us, is if we get like a weapon or trinkets, weapon or rings with bad stats, like accessory items. Or bad trinkets, but... Alright, we got a weapon, and unfortunately it is also not great stats. It's not ideal. I'd rather have anything but mastery heavy on it. So this is going to be another thing that I'm just going to craft a mythic track weapon instead. Got heroic track shoulders. We got a heroic track chest, which I already have tier of. It's just not heroic track. We got a belt with a socket on it. That's pretty good, and it's good stats. Sockets are definitely really valuable. Got a hero track weapon. We got some boots. So I think the best choice here is between the shoulders, chest, and belt. I'm tempted to just go for the belt because it has a socket, so grabbing items that have sockets on them is definitely really beneficial, especially the items that you can't put sockets on, which I think is belt, bracers, and maybe helm, I think. Otherwise, I could upgrade like my shoulders into tier because they're veteran track right now, so they're very low eye level. But because I can get this stuff out of raid, I think we're gonna go for the belt because I want the socket for like the long term. I can worry about tier as I get items and stuff, but a socket's gonna be a lot harder to come by than getting tier. So we'll take that big upgrade. I don't know if I have any sockets on me right now, so I will just socket that later. Doesn't look like it. All right, and then we got the big one where we really hope we get something. So my priest has 2 mythic track items, so that gives us a much higher chance of getting something we want, and then a multitude of heroic track items, probably out of raid and mythic plus. So really hoping for something that's usable on the myth track. So far, everything on the myth track we've gotten is unfortunately not great, but we got 2 chances this time, so I think it'll work out. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my god. Dude, yes. This is like the best in slot trinket, I think, for pretty much every healer in Mythic Plus at least. Don't know about everywhere else, but this is by far like the best trinket in the game probably right now, for a multitude of characters. So this is absolutely huge. This is wild. I would happily take bad vaults on every single character if it means I got this item on my priest. I already have a changeling that I got on heroic track last week, so that is absolutely massive. That's insane. Literally have 2 best in slot trinkets on myth and hero track, and then I just craft a weapon this week, which I think I just need to do a couple more 9s to get it. Maybe even just one more 9. Craft a myth track weapon, and then we are just going to be absolutely huge on the priest now. This is crazy. All right, well, that's it for the vault video. Good way to end it. I will make sure to be posting some content this week. I'll be streaming a lot, so make sure you check out the stream or drop a follow. It's in the description down below. And I will see you guys later. Cheers.